aita for telling my brother his son isn't his after overhearing my sister-in-law's affair? I never thought it would come to this, me, the one to tear my brother's life apart. But once I learned the truth, I couldn't turn back. A few weeks ago, I overheard something I shouldn't have, and it changed everything. Now, I'm left questioning whether I did the right thing or if I've ruined everything for no good reason. My brother, 35, has been married to Laura, 30, for 5 years. They have a 3-year-old son, Sam. To anyone on the outside, my brother is the model of a devoted father. He takes Sam to the park, reads him bedtime stories, and does everything a parent is supposed to do. By all appearances, everything in their home was perfect. But there was always something about Laura that didn't sit right with me. Nothing specific, just a nagging sense that something was off. One afternoon, I was at their house dropping off some things for Sam. My brother wasn't home, but Laura was in the kitchen. I sat in the living room, zoning out, not paying attention, until I heard her on the phone. What she said made my blood run cold. I can't let him find out that Sam isn't his. He'd never forgive me. For a moment, I couldn't move. I listened frozen as she kept talking. She mentioned someone named Dave, a guy she'd been having an affair with for 4 years. Sam, it turned out, wasn't my brother's son at all. He was Dave's. I left their house as quickly as I could, without Laura knowing what I'd overheard. The drive home felt like a blur. I couldn't stop thinking about what I'd heard. The truth was a ticking time bomb, and I held it in my hands. I asked myself over and over, should I tell my brother? Could I live with the secret if I didn't? After a few nights of no sleep and endless internal debate, I made my decision. My brother deserved to know the truth. I invited him for coffee, and I told him everything I'd heard. At first, he didn't believe me. He thought I must have misunderstood. But as I laid out the details, his face went pale, and the disbelief faded. There was no reason I would lie about something this serious. That night, he went home and confronted Laura. What followed was a massive argument, the kind that tears apart everything in its path. My brother demanded a DNA test, and the result confirmed what Laura had hidden for years. Sam wasn't his. Their marriage, once seemingly solid, crumbled overnight. My brother was devastated. He loved Sam, but now there was a barrier between them, something that couldn't be unseen. Every interaction was tainted, a reminder of the betrayal. Laura was out of the picture, and my brother's life was left in pieces. Now the family is in chaos. My brother is filing for divorce, trying to pick up the fragments of his life. Some family members are furious with me. They think I should have stayed quiet, let the secret die in silence. They argue that my brother would have been happier not knowing, that Sam's life will never be the same because I chose to interfere. And here I am, stuck with the consequences. Did I make the right choice? Or have I destroyed everything for no good reason? My brother is shattered, Sam's future is uncertain, and I'm left with a nagging doubt. Should I have kept my mouth shut? It is an extraordinary burden you have carried, a weight not easily borne by even the strongest of hearts. I cannot help but consider how that moment must have felt when the truth, heavy and immutable, settled upon your shoulders, demanding a decision. You stood at a crossroads, where neither path promised ease or solace, and yet, you chose the one that speaks not only to your sense of duty, but to the deepest love you hold for your brother. In matters such as these, there is no joy to be found in the truth, and yet the truth is a relentless force, one that will not stay hidden forever. By revealing it, you spared your brother the slow erosion of trust that would inevitably come in the years ahead. To live in a lie, especially one as profound as this, would have condemned him to a life of quiet suffering, gnawing doubt, and a heart divided. It is better, far better, that he faces the harsh light of reality now, for though it brings sorrow, it also offers the possibility of healing and renewal. It is clear how deeply your brother loves Sam. Love such as his does not wither in the face of mere biology. The bond they share will endure, though it may now be laced with the pain of betrayal. Still, in the end, it is only through knowing the full truth that your brother can make decisions that are grounded in reality, decisions that will shape his future and Sam's. He deserves that. I do not doubt the family's anger, nor their desire to shield your brother from the agony of the knowledge you've given him. But their wish to protect him is a fleeting comfort. one built on sand. It was not you who destroyed their family. How could you have done so when the foundation itself was already cracked by Laura's actions? To remain silent would have been to build further upon those ruins, a structure that would eventually collapse under the weight of its own falsehoods. What you did required great courage, for it is no small thing to bring such suffering to someone you love. Yet it was not a cruelty, but an act of love, the deepest kind. For love is not only about comfort, but about truth, even when that truth wounds. In time, I believe your brother will understand this, and though he may never forget the pain, he will recognize the integrity in your choice. Be strong, for the path of truth is often the hardest, but it is also the most just.